Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. This is such a confronting exercise. The words uttered by Josh yesterday at the Victorian Personal Trainers Industry Leaders Roundtable. This was followed by, I can see why this will benefit my business, but there could be some pain. Welcome to show 25 of JT in the Raw, coming to you live from Penny Panthers here in Sydney. Woohoo! Penny Panthers, the world of entertainment. That's an old advertising thingy that they used to have here, part of their marketing. Morning, Belinda, Eugene, PK, Scotty Robinson, and Reese Kutafani. Tamara, welcome. Today, in today's show, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a formula that I like, that I'm using with my round tables for business planning. You're going to get enough out of today's show to probably be as confronted as Josh was yesterday. It's a show that's pretty packed with education. It's pretty heavy going, less opinion and more education in today's show. So hope you enjoy it. Hope there's some stuff there, and let's rip in. Thanks, Brad Clout. Merry Christmas to you. Morning, Barnsey. Morning, Hillary. Morning, Pete Dugmore. Sorry, mate, I did leave you out, Pete. How you going? Okay, so let's tackle this business planning topic. Love to know why so many people don't have business plans. If you've got an idea why people don't have business plans, pop in the comments below why you don't have a business plan or why you think people don't. I'd be curious to know. But whether you're a sole trader, i.e. you got no one else working for you, or whether you are the CEO of a multinational organization, a little bit like Peter Dugmore, for example. If you're a multinational CEO of 10,000 employees, it's critical for the business to know where it is going. Just as a plane has a flight plan, or a sporting team has a game plan, or an orienteer has a map, in business, we need a plan. And the more specific your plan can be, the more direction we're going to be able to give to you, to the business, and indirectly to our clients. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Morning, Mel. Brad Clout says good morning to you. Morning, Angus. Okay, so our goal of all of this is to write a really cool, really concise, really simple business plan. Now, the format I use comes from a book called Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. This is a cracking book. It's really, really cool. If you want a copy of like a book summary of Scaling Up, just put Scaling Up in the comments below and I'll send you a copy of like a book summary of what it's about, because there's some really powerful business insights, not just about business planning, but some great insights from Vern Harnish in it. My problem is I think the business plan that he presents is probably a little bit challenging, a little bit more difficult. And so I put one together using his format, but to make it simpler for you guys to use. Step one of writing this business plan is to know, where do you want the business to go over the next 2 to 5 years? Now, I've talked about this the last couple of weeks on shows 23 and 24 about BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, a big, hairy, audacious goal of your business over 2 to 5 years. That's kind of what we want. We want you to be thinking about, what does the business look like moving forward? And I like people to set that BHAG. I like them to be right out there with that and really stretch the business, stretch the team to be able to achieve that goal. What does that look like? Well, only you're going to be able to tell me what a BHAG is in your business. Joe Sorelli from Gainesville Health and Fitness, his BHAG at one stage was, what was his BHAG? To have the healthiest community in the United States. How they were going to measure that, who knows? Who knows? But they were able to measure it because all of a sudden the White House announced we're going to have the healthiest community in the USA award. Cracking. So set up a BHAG and away we go. Okay, what else then? Step 2. Well, what's Barnesy said here? I think people don't actually know how to write a business plan or where to start, and they think about the stepping stones for a 3-year plan, always thinking end result. I agree, Barnesy. I think most people don't know where to start. So the format that I've got is just a simple template, and you can put in some boxes, and at least it's a start. At least it's a place somewhere to begin. Okay, I always like, and I got this idea from Harnish in his book, is the idea of a theme. Now, the concept of a theme for your business, Harnish talks about having a theme every single quarter. I reckon that's a lot of work. That's a lot of energy and coming up with themes. So my concept is I would encourage you to have a theme for the year. And a theme is a one word or a small phrase that sums up what you want to achieve, what is relevant to you, your business, your team, and your customers. What will galvanize and unite all your people, and what can act as a filter for you to then either accept opportunities as they come to you or knock back opportunities based on your filter. So you're really looking for a phrase that can unify everybody and unify what you're doing throughout the year. It's a fantastic concept. As I said, I prefer the one for a whole year. You might go 6 monthly. That's up to you. But really think about step 2 is coming up with a theme to unify and galvanize the business. Step 3 is determining your business's core values. And I know we've got some pretty smart cookies watching today. And some of you guys in your businesses will already have core values. Some of you will not have core values. For those that don't, just write in the comments below core values, and I can send you an assessment tool for you to help identify what your core values are, either personally or in your business. So just put core values in the comments below and I'll send you the assessment. But these are words that, you know, you're going to eat, drink, sleep, live by in your business. So if you don't have them, maybe that's a good place to start as well. Okay, step 4 in writing this business plan is articulating your purpose. This is why you do what you do. And I know Barnesy's watching this morning and he recommended this a few shows ago. If you haven't watched any of Simon Sinek's stuff, and there's so much of it online, then just put Simon Sinek in the comments below and I'll send you the link to his TED Talk. Simon Sinek's TED Talk is awesome. It's like the best thing ever. In relation to writing your business plan and where to start, because he talks about your purpose. People don't follow you, people don't engage with you, people don't buy from you because of what you do. It's because of why you do it. Why you do it. So you need to be able to articulate why you are in business. And that can be confronting, as Josh said yesterday, because it's beyond because we're passionate about fitness, or we're passionate about food and beverage, or we're passionate about real estate. Passion's not that's not the why. We've got to find our deep-seated why, and that is in fact our purpose in business. So when you go on that journey to find what your why is, it's an amazing self-reflection journey, but it's a really critical component to differentiating yourself from all your competitors. So that becomes step 4, is identifying the purpose, why you're in business. Step 5, well, this is understanding what your brand promise is. What do you promise that you're going to deliver to your customers? If I become a client of yours, what are you going to give me? Now, this may be easy to think about, and it might be even easy to say, but articulating that and putting that in writing becomes a challenge. And then putting it in words and writing that is different from your competitors is even more challenging. If you're going to start to be different to your competitors, you need to have a different brand promise and your purpose. Now, your purpose automatically will be different because no one really has the same purposes as each other, but your brand promise will become a real challenge. Okay, so now the next component of this business plan is this underlying theme below those core values, below the purpose and below the brand promise is how are you going to live them? On a daily basis, on every interaction that you have with a staff member, on every interaction you have with a client, how are you going to live those core values? How are you going to live that purpose? How are you going to deliver that brand promise? That is majorly confronting. That is hard work. But that is the core essence of what your business plan is going to be about. We've got to get that nailed. And when we get that nailed, we've now got a very different business to everybody else that's out there in the marketplace. Okay. I imagine what I've just talked about now, steps 1 through to 6, and I put them up there on the whiteboard, although it's pretty hard to see. If you build a house on sand or on a weak sort of platform or foundation, when adversity hits, when challenges hit, your house is going to fall down. So the concrete slab is what we're talking about here. It's having a clear understanding of where the business is heading. Whew. Here's a promise for you. If you want a copy of what that template might look like, just put in the comments below business plan, and I'm happy to share that template for you to work through. You may be able to do it yourself. I don't think it's really all that hard. So you can fill it in, or you might want to do some coaching sessions with me, and I'll coach you through completing each of those sections. So just put in the comments below business plan, and I'll send you the template for you to start to work on in your Christmas holidays. Whoa. Okay. I do guarantee, though, this template will help you have a much stronger business and help you get your hustle mode on in 2017. Got a couple of customer service. It's not really a rant. It's more learnings from customer service experiences that I've had in the last week or so. So let me share them with you. Last Thursday, not yesterday, but last week, I sent an email to a personal trainer about training my mum. By Tuesday, 5 days later, count on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no response. I hadn't heard anything. So I sent a text instead to book a time to chat. And I got a response about 8 hours later. Now, guys and girls watching, in the modern world that we now live in, that is too slow. It's too slow. You simply cannot leave it that long in order to get back to prospects if you want to convert them. It's a competitive world. As a consumer, I expect an email response within 12 to 24 hours. In a text, I would expect a response in about 4 hours. You can't leave me hanging if you want to convert me. So it's quite simple. If you're not going to respond to emails quickly, don't put them on your business card. If you're not going to reply to a text message in a timely manner, don't put it on your business card. Don't put it on your marketing. If you are going to respond, then let's up our ante and respond quickly. Even a response that simply says, hey, I'm too busy, I can't get back to you, then that's okay. But we need to respond instead of leaving our customers and our prospects hanging. Morning, Chantel. Chantel from the Fitness Business Podcast joins us all the way from Maui. Hope you're having a good time, Chantel. The photos look amazing. The views are awesome. And the sunsets are so romantic with 2 other girlfriends. Morning, Ann Coppins. How are you? Okay. Second customer service lesson. As many of you know, we're doing some renovations at our house. And that's a whole nother story, so I'm not going to go into that. But I do want to share a common occurrence that has occurred with us in business, but also happens in a lot of businesses, Our project manager apparently has some really heavy shit going on in his life, in his personal life. And the result is that he's dropped the ball on our project, not just once, but a number of times. Plus, he's a grumpy, negative sack of shit when he arrives at our work site. I don't want to be around him. I can't imagine anybody wants to work with him being around him. So how would his workmates feel? Anyway, now the owner is apologising profusely about the performance of the project manager, explaining why things haven't happened and giving me all the details on the personal life, etc., etc., etc. I'm sure you're getting the picture of what I'm saying here. But here are the learnings, guys. Here are the learnings. Your customers don't employ the individual. They buy or they employ the company. As a consumer, we don't care about who's delivering the service. We're paying you. We're paying you. So we blame the business, not the individual. If there's a shitty spin class, or in this example, the project manager, we're not blaming him. Our complaint's with the business. Our complaint's with the gym. So bear in mind that the person who faces the general public is representing your business. The person who faces the general public is representing your business. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. This will determine the success of your business. So choose wisely. Okay, now the second learning around this is never come to work when you're shitty about life. I don't care whether you're an employee or an owner, don't walk through the door, because when you walk through the door, you're going on stage to the customer. You're representing that brand. So if stuff's going on up here or out there in life and you're shitty and you're cranky, don't come to work. Unless you've got the ability to leave the crap at the front door. No, Scotty Robertson, the deck is still not finished. Deck hasn't even started. Okay, we should have got you to do it, Scotty. That would have been much better. If you can leave the crap at the front door, awesome. But if you don't have that ability, then don't go to work. You will harm the relationships with your clients, your workmates, your teammates, and in turn your boss, potentially, which means you may not have a job. And guys, when you are not engaged at work, it's not going to give you job satisfaction. It will impact your productivity and your performance. It'll impact your relationship. And to be honest, it could just get you fired. So stay at home, get your shit together, and then return to work when you're focused. There. Was that a rant? Kind of was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? Okay. But all of that, like what I'm talking about in relation to connecting with clients, what I'm talking about in relation to leaving your stuff at home, that's all culture. And I talked a lot about culture in last week's show. So if you missed last week's show, just put 24 in the comments below and I'll flick you a link back to that show. Okay, that's JT in the Raw, show 25 for this week. So in a couple of minutes, Sean Lestrange, who's watching, you can come upstairs and I'll let you into the room. If you got any value out of today, or you may want to re-watch this again when we're talking about business planning, please watch it again. Please share it by putting comments of names of people below, and I'm happy to send you the links to anything I've talked about. I'm happy to do any of the giveaways that I've talked about. Just put whatever I've said that I'm going to give you away, just put it in the comments below and I will shoot it to you. But please share the show. I really appreciate it when you do that every week. Okay, I'm off to work now with 6 of the most entrepreneurial personal trainers in New South Wales. So I'm going to have an awesome day with these guys. We're going to work through what we've just talked about here in a lot more detail. But before I go, it is time to sign off with the fast becoming world famous quote of the week. A business plan is your roadmap to success. Without one, you'll meander aimlessly. Let me say that one again. A business plan is your roadmap to success. Without one, you'll meander aimlessly. Hey, next week I'll catch you for JT in the Raw, show 26. That's 6 months of this crap that that's 6 months of this awesome and amazing show and insights and business and connections that you'll have watched. Next week, JT in the Raw, show 26. See you next Friday. Have an awesome week. Cheers, guys.